These days, it's easy to hear many women say that all they want is freedom, but you guys know what it really means. Of course, let's put aside the fact that they want to work corporate jobs and have bank accounts, cars, apartments, and all that good stuff. It's pretty obvious they're allowed to have it all, especially in modern times. Nothing wrong with that. The freedom they want, though, has to do with promiscuity, showing their bodies on the internet, and other repulsive attitudes without facing the consequences. That's not freedom, but debauchery. Because of this, many women think they can pull off the single lady/independent women narrative easily. Men are trash, but at the same time, men are the ones giving them the validation they need to keep posting pics, wearing makeup, and dressing up. It's a scam and an obvious instance of hypocrisy. Note that women are to blame, but the thirsty men behind them are too. Plus, when a man and a woman decide to sleep together with no feelings involved, they're basically perpetuating this destructive hookup culture.
Accountability comes with being honest, and I just think it's dishonest to say there's no consequence for sleeping around. And like most men will be lined up to date you even if you slept with 100 people. Like that's dishonest.
But I think
it's lying to a younger generation of women when we should tell them to be more pure and protect that.
More sleeping around brings more abortions. Right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right? It brings more deaths amongst babies, people killing their babies. It brings more sexual transmitted diseases. So like I was saying, is being
single mothers.
Single mothers also. Like I said, is it better for society or not? And you're saying that promiscuity, or some people here are saying promiscuity, it doesn't matter. But it does, because it affects society. It creates single mothers. It creates dead children, and it also it does, and it creates sexual transmitted diseases.
The funny thing is that these women often forget the basic reality of life, meaning that every action has consequences. Despite being so independent, they're childish in terms of accountability. And what's more, they want it to be like this and have all this so-called freedom and still land a traditional guy. Sorry, no decent guy is going to wife you up. In today's video, I'll talk about non-traditional women who still want traditional men, their insane double standards and requirements, and much more. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Colin Morgan for sharing his experience. He said, "I fell for a woman with a kid. Thing is, he was a good kid. Then she told me she wanted to be with me, but wanted a kid with her ex, so her son, and I'm quoting her, a proper sibling. When she said I left, it broke the boy's heart and it actually hurt like to walk away. Now she has no partners and her ex didn't want anything to do with her. The only one in that relationship that truly lost was the boy." Agreed, as hard as it may have been for that poor kid, you can only control your own actions and you made the right choice. His mom, on the other hand, might be a lost cause, because secondly, you dodged a bullet, as there's no way a woman who made one bad choice and suggests making the same mistake of that magnitude is sane. And guess who would have had to deal with it twofold? You. Also, doesn't that mean she wanted to cheat on you? I'm so confused. Like, when she's like, hey, let me go screw him, have a kid with him, and then let's get back together after, like, what? I don't know. The logic of some of these single moms is mind-boggling, I tell ya. Regardless, please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video. Let's go back to some cultural points worth noting. The Western world is so influential that it even has the audacity to tell others they're doing things wrong, and this is coming from someone from the West. Despite making society collapse, the West feels superior to other cultures and regions. The West is oftentimes considered a bastion of freedom as well. However, if you live in this part of the world and see things as they are, you can easily realize that's not really the case. The freedom narrative is just that, a bunch of propaganda in many cases. Yes, we've got many facilities such as railways, roads, electricity, etc. Those are some things everyone takes for granted. But here's the deal. The freedom part is relative, and if it has to do with promiscuous attitudes, decay of morals, and the like, there's no real benefit beyond some dopamine rushes and losing calories in bed. Decent people have a higher purpose and don't go through life thinking of sleeping with others, at least within reason. As for the facilities, well, everyone takes them for granted, but only some appreciate them. Most modern-day women do benefit from all this infrastructure, but claim they don't need no men, although men are the ones building and maintaining it. This takes us to the main point. These women will say that the existence of male and female jobs is a form of discrimination, a perpetuation of gender roles and the patriarchy, etc. That's why they want women to study degrees such as engineering and computer science. However, no woman who believes in this narrative wants other women to work as plumbers, electricians, or fisher women. These three are still quote-unquote men's jobs. What an irony. As much as men are called names for wanting feminine women, it's okay when women prefer less risky jobs. When the electric grid fails, it's the men who risk their lives to make it work again. When a house is in flames, it's the men who go inside to save the elderly and kids. These are events we have seen in one way or the other, and everyone sees them as normal. These are the men's jobs. However, a man who says that he wants a woman who cooks, cleans, and nurtures children is an oppressor and should be cancelled immediately. In other words, when a man says that cooking, cleaning, and taking care of kids is a woman's job, society wants to take him to prison. Give me a break. This kind of guy is not hurting anyone, but just speaking of his preferences. But as you might already know, a woman's standards are preferences, but those of men are discrimination.
People don't tell women the truth these days. Men get told the truth all the time. Women have no problem telling a man, I don't want an average man. It happens every day on my show. TLC said they don't want no scrubs, and we have no problem telling average men, you ain't crap. But if I just happen to have the nerve to agree with the woman that says she's average, then I'm Satan. I think that's interesting.
Women have no problem getting online talking about how men ain't ish, men are dogs, men, if a man isn't this tall, if he doesn't make this much, if he's too short, if he doesn't have a big D, if he doesn't have, buku money, if he can't give her the lifestyle that she wants, then he has no value. And we wonder why men are so frustrated, tired and done with relationships, tired and done with marriage, and they're focusing on themselves. And if you tell a woman the truth, if you actually say something, you get labeled with all these different things, and you are basically crucified.
Men are expected to tick dozens of boxes, whereas women just need some beauty to land new guys easily. Among the boxes men have to tick, you can find gentleman, provider, funny, charismatic, protector, etc. All these are values and virtues men are supposed to offer no matter what time in history. And don't get men wrong, although many men out there just want women to offer beauty, others are decent enough to demand more than that, such as cooperation, comprehension, support, etc. The reality though is that many women get so much validation so easily that they end up thinking they need to make no effort to get and retain a man. Women these days hardly serve their men or make them coffee or a meal. They just prefer having arguments over dumb shit with no real relevance. When a woman is combative and even promiscuous, no guy ever takes her seriously. She might be used by a bunch of guys, doesn't change her attitude, and still claim that all men are trash. To make my point even clearer, let me share with you guys an article that explains perfectly these double standards. While women expect to be traditional, women don't want to be traditional themselves. I'll leave the link in the description box so you can check it out later after watching this video. Firstly, a woman wants a provider, aka someone who pays for stuff. He foots the bill at fancy restaurants, he has a home or can afford to pay his rent, he can afford to take you on vacations and buy expensive gifts, so on and so forth. In a traditional household, as the author points out, the man would work to provide for his wife and children, financially support the home, and put food on the table and take care of the basic needs of his family. That's fair, but there must be an exchange of value. Namely, the woman should be a homemaker and take care of children. The man provides financially and the woman provides a clean and happy home. However, these days women don't want to be wives but want to be married to get many benefits. Other shameless women want to be single, sleep around, and use guys for free meals.
Do you think women owe men sex if he's taken her out on multiple nice dates?
I wouldn't say owe. That's a strong word. Owe. That's like deserve. Do you get what I'm saying? No one deserves anything, and I don't think a woman owes a man sex. But at the same time, bro, like, everything is an exchange in this world, bro. Like, if you're dating a guy, you know the guy wants to sleep with you. I don't care how nice he is to you. I don't care how he talks to you. You know he wants to sleep with you, bro. So if you're dating a guy and you know you don't want to sleep with him, you shouldn't be dating him, bruv.
Although the Chads are heartbreakers, most modern day women are just that naturally. This means they date guys, but still talk to other dudes on her particular waiting list / rotation. If the guy is the type to marry and not the type to date, she might use him for free meals, but will never let him inside of her. That's why I always tell men to be realistic and grounded. Being kind is fine, but being used by someone is not. It's fun to hear women say that men who go overseas to find wives just want a slave. Don't these women notice that they want their men to be exactly that? She wants all the benefits, aka a provider, gentleman, protector, and strong guy who works for her comfort, but what does she give in return? Just intimacy? That's not enough, sorry. Going back to the article, women also want to be treated like ladies. However, being a gentleman means sacrificing for a chick, and in modern times, it also means not getting anything in return, not even gratitude. As the author states, a man doesn't mind treating a woman like a lady as long as she acts one. That's the whole point. If a woman responds with gratitude, affection, and kindness, men are happy to behave like gentlemen. Anyway, asking women to be real ladies is a little bit too much, so keep your head off the clouds and just control what you can. For example, the kind of people you invite into your life as a man. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Why do these women feel entitled to a gentleman when they're not even ladies? Why do you think women believe they don't need to bring anything to the table to retain men? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.